Hey guys, Alex here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the Realty Installment Buyer Protection Act, more popularly known as the Maceda Law, RA 6552, named after its main author, Senator Ernesto Maceda. I will be highlighting three things today. So first, what is the Maceda Law? Second, why is it important and why you should know about this as a real estate buyer or investor? And third, what are its conditions? So first, what is the Maceda Law? The Maceda Law, which was approved on August 26 of 1972, was created to protect real property buyers from unfair conditions involving real estate purchases financed through installment basis. Buyers can choose to acquire property using different types of financing. So we have cash, deferred cash, or bank or pag-ibig financing. So this law was specifically designed to protect buyers paying through installment. This includes residential houses, lots, and condos. It does not include industrial or commercial properties, sales to tenants, and mortgage sales. So why is it important and why should you know about this? As a real estate investor or first-time home buyer, you need to know what your rights are so you can protect yourself. Of course, we don't go into an investment thinking that there may come a time when we'd have trouble paying for it, but we never know what will happen in life. So knowing the Maceda Law is important so that you know exactly what your options are and you can also protect yourself and your investment. What are its conditions? The Maceda Law states that the buyer must have paid at least 2 years worth of installment before he can avail of the following rights under this law. Buyers can pay without additional interest the unpaid installments due within the total grace period of 30 days for every 1 year of installment payment made. Buyers can only exercise this right once every 5 years of the life of the contract. So to state it simply, the grace period is 30 days for every year paid. So if you paid 4 years, you multiply that by 30 days, so that means you have a 120-day grace period. Or that's around 1 month or 30 days for every year of payment. But if the contract is canceled, the developer should refund 50% or half of the payments made. If the buyer has paid 5 years and more, then there will be an additional 5% per year but not exceeding 90% of total payments made. For example, you paid 6 years in total, so you are due for a 50% refund plus an additional 5%, so that's a total of 55%. Now, all payments, including reservation fee, down payment, shall be included in the computation of the total number of payments made. Now, what about buyers who paid less than 2 years? So, you don't need to worry, you are still covered by the Maceda Law, but the conditions will slightly be different if you paid less than 2 years. So the buyer will be entitled to a grace period of 60 days minimum from the date the installment became due. So for example, if your installment is due every first of the month, then that will be the start of counting for the 60-day grace period. Now, if the buyer is still unable to pay after the grace period, the seller can cancel the contract 30 days from the receipt of notice of cancellation. Can buyer still sell his property within the grace period? Yes, of course you can. Since it's still your property, you can sell your property within the grace period. However, I don't recommend that you wait until you are at the end of the line before you do so. Because real estate, although it's a great investment, it takes a while to sell. So the earlier you decide to sell, then the better, because this way your broker or your team, your family will have more time to market the property for you, more time to find the buyer, and more time to find you the best deal possible. But if you already have a pending foreclosure from either whether developer or bank, so the best way to sell your property fast is to sell it below market value. Now, the document to be executed between the buyer and seller is called the deed of assignment. The developer will then do redocumentation of that account and execute a deed of sale in favor of the new buyer. Buyers can pay in advance at any time during the equity period. So that's also one condition in the Maceda Law. For example, a client of mine bought a pre-selling property from one developer. Equity was payable in 30 months, but since he's already 60 years old, he would no longer be eligible for a bank loan once the property would be turned over. So instead of following the regular equity payment scheme, which is 20% divided by 30 months, he gave 1.5 million as down payment and then divided the balance within 29 months. So that's it for today's vlog about Maceda Law. If you have any questions or inputs about this law, any experiences you had Just comment it in the comment section down below, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye!